Assam, the most powerful state in the country.
Welcome to this election special edition of On the Road. I am Aniruddha Bhakat, and today we are going to be on the road with Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal as he campaigns for the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. Republic TV will be with him throughout the day and cover every angle of his day. We are now en route to Silchar with Assam Chief Minister, Mr. Sarbananda Sonowal. Today he will be campaigning in Barak Valley, which is going to the poll in the second phase on the 18th of April. Mr. Sonowal, how is the campaign going so far, and what is the mood of the public out here in Assam?
Mood is very clear. Now people have decided to vote for BJP and allies. This is NDA. And particularly in Assam, as you know, in the last 5 years of Honorable Prime Minister Modi's regime, so everything has been like he made possible, particularly the development sector and all the infrastructure, road and communication and other institutional growth has been witnessed by the people of the state. So, and also people got a quality government. That's the most important, good governance. So, like whatever Congress could not do in the last 55 years of their regime, the longest period they got, people have voted them for many times, but they have miserably failed. But Modi ji, because of his sincerity and commitment, honesty, dedication, and that is why he could make it possible. And now people have seen the development, particularly Barak Valley. This was the most neglected zone during the Congress regime. They exploited this zone into their own favor of leaders and their relatives. But now Modi ji has come and Modi ji has given a lot of development to them, particularly their communication, road and bridges, and also the institution like medical college, engineering college, and ministry secretariat, many more. So that is why people are very happy, and they are now simply waiting for that day to come, 18th of April.
Continue to talk with Mr. Sonowal as he continues his campaign across Barak Valley today. What is the main agenda in these elections?
Development and social security and economic upliftment to all sections of society. That is most important. Particularly, you have seen, you being from Assam, you have seen the drastic changes on the ground, particularly communication network. So road and bridges, and also the institutional growth, medical institution, agriculture institution, technical institution, skill development center, skill university, sports university, cultural university, general university, and also the B.Ed colleges, law colleges, dental colleges, 19 numbers of cancer hospitals. So these are the exemplary changes taken place during the small, like brief period of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. That is why people of Assam is happy.
As we talk about the development agenda, before the elections, the NRC was one of the critical issues. The Citizenship Amendment Bill was one of the another most critical issue, and it was, you were also heavily criticized by the people, a section of people, to be honest. So how do you see, is CAB and NRC an issue anymore?
Look, it was Congress and leftist parties and also a section of intellectual. They have misleaded the people of the state by bringing false kind of figures before them, and that was a purely based on false propaganda. So now people have realized the reality of happenings, as our government is very much clear and transparent that before bringing like this particular bill, we'll take everybody along and we'll take the indigenous people of Northeast into confidence, and we'll arrive consensus after thorough consultation with all the stakeholders of the region, Assam and the Northeast. So this is a very clear views expressed by our party. So that is why now there is no confusion, there is no sense of insecurity. Now people have got the clarity of the entire proceeding. So it is Congress who has always been trying to mislead the people of the state and also leftist group. Now they have failed into their agenda because they thought that through this false propaganda they will win the heart of the people of the state and the region. But they have miserably failed it. So now people will not trust them. They know that Congress always, without having any factual evidence, they always try to mislead the people. Their character has been exposed.
As we talk here in Barak Valley today, as you said that the Prime Minister has given his full support to upgradation of the NRC, and 40 lakhs names were deleted in the final draft NRC. Now, former Chief Minister of Assam, Tarun Gogoi, that they're talking to the local media, said that since these 40 lakhs people whose name didn't figure in the NRC are voting in this election, no one should deport them or delete their name from the voter list. How do you react to this?
Look, NRC is still under process of addition, isn't it? So now the claims and objection part has started. So let it to be completed first, as per the direction of the Apex Court. 31st July is the deadline. So that is the final date of publication of NRC. So I believe till then we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait, because until and unless the updation process is completed, how can you say in the middle this should be done, that should be done? Because it's a constitutional process which is to be carried out effectively in a disciplined manner.
This was Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal sharing his thoughts on some of the critical issues concerning the state. We'll continue this talk. Talk about Barak Valley. Barak has been consistently with the Congress or the BJP. But if we talk about the election dynamics here, then the vote banks are clearly divided on Hindu Bengali and Muslim Bengali votes here. So how are you going to rescue these two particular seats, Karimganj and Silchar, this time?
No, because they have seen the development. Whatever was not possible, because their Congress has miserably failed in the last 55 years of the regime. But just in the last 5 years' time, Modi ji has given a lot of emphasis, a lot of interest, a lot of support. That is why a lot of development took place in this particular valley. That's why people are happy. Cutting across the kind of party line or cutting across the kind of religious or anything. But they are simply banking on development.
As you continue to follow Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal in his campaigning across Barak Valley, we have now reached Sonai constituency in Silchar Lok Sabha constituency, and as we talk about the election dynamics here in Silchar constituency, there is a direct contest this time between the BJP and the Congress here. Remember, Congress candidate in Silchar this time is none other than Susmita Dev, who happens to be the president of All India Mahila Congress, and the Silchar constituency has been consistently with the Congress most of the time, and in Congress it is the Dev family who have been representing this constituency since the 70s. Earlier it was Santosh Mohan Dev, now it is Susmita Dev, and the Chief Minister of Assam, Sarbananda Sonowal, is hopeful that this time this constituency will go to the BJP. If we look at the national scenario this time, Priyanka Vadra Gandhi has made her entry into politics. Do you think that this is going to bring any difference in the functioning of the Congress party or the fortunes of the Congress party in these elections?
No. She cannot influence the voters in the country because Congress has lost their credibility. Now nobody trusts Congress. So everyone is looking at Modi ji because whatever he did with honesty, with sincerity, with discipline, with commitment, with hard work and dedication. So these are the important human quality he possesses, and that is why he is day and night working hard for the growth of the country and also for the welfare of the people of the country. So Congress is no way close to this most dignified stature of our Honorable Prime Minister, popularity and his acceptability in the country.
So as we talk of these issues, there is an allegation against the BJP-led state government that your government is communally dividing the people of Assam. How do you react to this?
No, as you know, our government is committed for the welfare of the people of the state as a whole, with the principle of Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. We see the entire this thing kind of growth from that perspective. That is why sense of equality is always there. There is no discrimination in between. We are to serve the state, serve the nation. That's all.
When the NRC things were at its peak, at that time Mamata Banerjee also visited the state. She tried to give the NRC issue a communal shape. But one thing was very clear, that the NRC has nothing to do with religion or it has nothing to do with language. Have you been able to convince the people of the state on that aspect?
Look, people of the state is very much cooperative. That is why, because of their support and cooperation, the updation process of NRC is possible in this state. All sections of the society, they are extending their full support. That is why the progress took place. Because this Mamata Didi and other leader from the other state, they hardly understand the mindset of the people of Assam. We are very much like a state where we have a very, very beautiful society, and all sections of society always live in the spirit of brotherhood and in the spirit of humanity. That's the greatness of a bigger Assamese society.
There are lots more on the other side of the break as we continue to follow Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal on the road. Stay tuned. The wind is blowing. This reflects the mandate. And if we talk about the popularity of Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, both in Brahmaputra Valley as well as in Barak Valley, the acceptability of a leader from Brahmaputra Valley has never been so expansive in nature in Barak Valley till that, and his popularity reflects the inclusiveness of his government here in Assam. So Mr. Sonowal, basically what do you prefer for lunch?
Simple dal, rice, and plain, so to say, spice free. That's all.
Your diet is mostly veg or non-veg?
No, I do prefer non-veg also, but during the daytime, I always prefer like veg, which I feel comfortable.
When you are on this campaign trial, the time actually keeps on fluctuating. So how do you manage it?
No, this is wherever we get opportunity to eat. If it is if time permits, then definitely we prefer to eat there. But most of the time when we are moving in the helicopter, so that is managed within the chauffeur. That's all. There is no separate time for eating during the election campaign because the time is all the time running out of your.
Is from the Chief Minister of Assam, who is also the Home Minister of the state. It's a vast transformation. How it have been possible?
It is because BJP has come to power. BJP has come to power in all the states of the northeastern region. BJP has brought the message of peace and tranquility and prosperity of the entire region. So that is why like this is happening. The earlier Congress was there. Congress was meant for discrimination. Congress was meant for conflict and confrontation. Congress was meant for divide and rule. That's the reason Congress was always making this entire zone as a zone of exploitation into their benefit only, not for the benefit of the commoners and the northeasterner as a whole, for the benefit of the country. So now all the BJP ruled state government working together in the spirit of nationalism under the dynamic leadership of Narendra Modi ji, and it is Modi ji who has inspired all of us to work together like a family under the dynamic leadership of him in the team, that is Team India. He is the captain.
So when we see the Northeast, earlier it was like whenever there have been elections, the insurgent groups used to meddle in the politics. Do you want to say that it was Congress who took support of these insurgent groups in the past?
Yeah, there are so many instances. Earlier, it was Congress who gave full indulgence to the growth of the extremist outfit in the entire region. But as you know, our government who firmly believe in zero tolerance against terrorism. So that's the principal line through which we have started to act, and as a result, now we could able to cleanse the insurgency from the region. And all the state of the region took part in it very sincerely with a national commitment, and that's why people of the region also firmly believe that if peace is there, then progress is possible. So with this particular spirit, all the Northeasterners assemble together, work together, and that's why we have been successful in eliminating an insurgency from this region.
In 2014, you were also one of the MPs who were elected in the 2014 election. and you took oath as a minister in the Narendra Modi cabinet. If I ask you now, you are the Chief Minister of Assam, what have been the achievements of Prime Minister Modi in regard to the Northeast particularly?
There are so many achievements. Where from I should start? If you talk about the infrastructure, communication connectivity, if you go to Arunachal Pradesh, go to Mizoram, go to Manipur, like Nagaland, then Meghalaya, then Tripura, then Sikkim, Assam, everywhere you will find there's a unique changes, like huge changes in the matter of the communication infrastructure development throughout the region. And most important part, how Modi ji has taken up this particular region as one of his, I believe, dream region for the growth of India, how he has defined the potential and possibilities and prosperities of the region by giving a new narrative that is called Ashtalasmi. And he has not only simply given the narrative but also inspired every Indian living in any part of the country, right from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, that it is the most potential zone of the country. Until and unless it is developed, so the progress of the development of India is not possible. So that is why he started his important initiative by giving directive to all the Union Minister to pay visit to the Northeastern region in every 15 days with the different scheme from their respective department to implement it within a time frame. So this is the level of his commitment, how he loved the region, how he sincerely want this region to grow for the growth of India. So this is the exemplary changes he has brought to the life of the Northeasterner. That is why everybody trusts him. Every Northeasterner trusts him, and that is why every Northeasterner wants him to be the Prime Minister for second term. So this is how the people of the entire Northeast got benefited out of his dynamic leadership, out of his sincere and devoted leadership.
People of the state often compare you with Arun Govil, who played the role of Lord Rama in the Ramayana serial. So how do you relate to that?
So I am a devotee of Lord Krishna, Krishna Guru, as you know. So that is why whatever I have learned to develop my disciplined way of life, it is because of my Gurudev. Whatever teaching I have received from him, now everything is happening because of him. So my way of growing now, earlier it was my mom and dad, their blessing of course is always there. But my spiritual guru, that is Krishna Guru, and once I come to his association in 1988, since then, whatever my life is doing or whatever direction my life is getting, it is because of his blessing. I firmly believe that.
Whenever you start your speech, you maintain a composure. Is it the way that you connect with your guru before delivering a speech or before beginning any meeting?
Look, as you are right that when the presence of the people is there in front of you, I always think that Gurudev is there in everybody's personalities. Everybody's presence means Gurudev presence is there. So that is why, considering them as the presence of my Guru, I pay my respect and salute to the people sitting in front of me.
As the day ends and we come to Guwahati again, I would like to know from the Chief Minister, we were with you throughout the day. Last, I would like to know from you, what are your plans for Assam in the near future?
To make Assam the most powerful state in the country, so that's how we are trying to prepare the ground, taking everybody along, and with the principle of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, whatever potentialities, possibilities and prosperities we have in this state, that is to be explored in a better way, so that we can be make this particular place visible in the country as well as in the map of the world. So as our Honorable Prime Minister has given us an opportunity through active policy to develop our connectivity and communication with the ASEAN country, also BBN country. So this is a great opportunity, because in and around we have more than 800 million population. So that's the huge market. So that's why in the near future we'll try in the different subject, so that we can capture that market and make this particular area one of the most potential area of the country.
Thank you for talking to us. It was really great to be with you on the road for Republic TV.